Hello, wonderful day to you all. Today we will be talking about Love in the Air, episode number 7. So let's get right into it, guys. Okay, so let's have a little recap of what happened this episode. In the first scene, we see that Payu is in his office and he has his little senses tingling that Rain is in trouble. He calls him, but he doesn't answer. So he goes to his house and he looks everywhere. Guys, I felt the frustration of not finding him, the stress, and he just felt so stressed not finding Rain. So he waits until late at night, waiting for him to call him back or something, some signal that Rain is okay. So my man just waits for that, and he gets the phone call from Top, the person, that has the audacity to kidnap Rain. Calls him and tells him to meet him in this location. So he goes, he meets the person, and my dude Payu, he gets brutally beaten up and humiliated. We did see Top hit Rain once, but most of the hurt goes to Payu. He steps on his hand too. Oh my god, I read it in the book, but seeing it live, I don't know, it just hurted my my little heart. Seeing Rain beg for his boyfriend for nothing to happen to him. But then of course we see that Shy comes in and he deals with this dude. They ask, of course, where's Saifa, and that's how we know how Shy got there, which this was really good. This was real cool how Payu saw that they were still spying on them, so he kind of gave him the phone secretively, and Saifa, he got it, and he went to go find Rain. And Saifa, of course, being the greater brother that he is, he helps his brother get out of this trouble. But aside from that, and Shy gets there, he helps Payu and Rain from their captors. And of course Mr. Payu is being all good and stuff there. He still feels a lot of pain because this is what hurt me the most, him stepping on his hand. But Shy right there gets really angry and hits Top real, I say he punched him real good. And of course, before they were gonna take Payu, Rain went, kicked, this is for my boyfriend, and he's the only one that can screw me. Why did that scene, I don't know, it just made me want to scream, bro. You can see Payu smile for sure. If you guys zoom in on that scene, you can see clearly that my dude is just so whipped. He is head over heels for this dude. And just as in the next scene, he says, I just fell with you all over again. But Rain is like, you've never told me that you loved me, Payu was he's like, yeah, Dade, I confessed with, the little song. And that was just such a cute scene. They cuddle right there while he is all bruised up. Jesus, I don't know, it hurts my heart just seeing Payu beaten up. It just really hurts me. But they also have this little scene where they're talking about the rain and the storm and how it goes so well together. It is so cute. Their little kiss and then in the rain. Oh my god. But then we go to them being by them I mean Rain and his little architecture group. They go to this little cafe and they have this little meetup. And they're talking, and this guy kind of tells him that Rain is probably gonna be with his little boyfriend or his little partner, which everybody just started to question. Is does Rain have a little secret that wants to share with the group? But Rain, being really shy, he doesn't really say who it is, being I don't know. So everybody just kind of teases him, his little friend. But then after that, Payu calls him and he's like, well, dude, I'm gonna meet you right there where you are. So he goes and introduces himself. Everybody knows Payu, the god Payu. So everybody's just looking at him oh my god, he's here. What is he doing here? And he goes and sits with little Rain, and right there he's everybody asks him what are you doing here, bro? And he's well, I'm here to take my little person. He's sitting right next to Rain. So Rain gets up and he's well, I'm leaving. And Payu gets up and they all announce that they are together. Bliss, brother, and her, they're both stunned that Payu ended up with this little mischievous person, and they are of course a little jealous of it. And then they go to their car and they have their little talk. They're so cute, just such a sweet scene. They are going, of course, real fast to their house to have some fun according to them. And after this scene, finally y'all, Prapai's and Sky's story is finally starting. Finally, guys. And we see their little daily routine before their whole story starts, which is really cute. Sky went to go visit his dad in, I forgot the name, somewhere in another province. Prapai, he goes to his office and he wants to go look for Mr. Sky. He wants to find out who this mystery person which I'll talk to y'all a little bit later with the spoilers. He wants to know more about Sky, so he goes to Payu's house because he knows that Rain is there. And there, Payu, of course, wants to throw him away. He's like, why are you here, brother? The accident happened like a week ago. Like, what are you doing here? Don't you see I'm fine? Can you just like leave, you know? He wants to have his little personal space with his boyfriend. But there, Mr. Papaya asks Rain what is his friend's, phone number that was with him the day that everything went down, the day of the race. Who was that little mystery person? And he tells him Sky, and Papaya wants his phone number. According to him, he forgot something and he wants to give it back to him. He doesn't want to give it to Rain. He wants to give it to him personally. Right there, Mr. Payu is kind of pressuring Rain. Both of them are like pressuring Rain, to be honest with y'all. If y'all see him, if you guys see this image that I'm showing y'all see that like my poor little Rain doesn't have an option to just tell him his phone number. And the poor Rain is like, I'm sorry, Sky, I'll help you with anything, whatever you want in the next semester. Please just don't kill me. So he gives him the phone number from Sky and he leaves. And right now we see in the other part of Sky, Sky is helping his dad clean his house. He went to go visit him and he's having a great time. He's eating with him and he gets a phone call. He declines it because he's eating with his dad and he wants to spend some time with him, and he goes back to eating. Of course, it rings again, but he's still like, just ignore, okay? So then we go to see Mr. Papai, and Papai is like, not answering. It's okay, I can wait. I am a patient person. And guys, that is how this episode ends. Oh guys, this is not how the episode ends. We still have like this little scene that I actually read last week, and Payu and Rain, they're talking about how, Rain thought that everything was destiny, that everything happened for a reason, but no, the reason was Payu. He was a person that messed with his car since not the first meeting. The first time they met, that was actually pure coincidence, but the time that they had like the little reunion from the juniors and seniors, he recognized Rain's car and he was like, this car is like, I think the person that I saw last time. He messed with it a little bit in there, but when he entered, he just ignored him. He ignored him just so like he can like pay more attention to him, I guess. But he did mess up with it, and Rain was like, if I have like an accident. But Rain was no longer angry about that because at the end of the day, they ended up together. He did say everything about like teasing him and them being together forever. I was really betrayed by Payu in this scene, okay? When I read this, I was like, no guys, I really thought that they just ended up together. So the first episode, I really didn't think a lot about it. I was like, such a coincidence that like they do meet up a lot, but I didn't think any of it. That's how that scene went. As you guys can see in the next episode, they're gonna show Papai and Sky's first encounter, their little steamy night that they had, and them meeting again. Talk to y'all a little bit about the book. This is where the spoiler starts and what has happened in the book, okay? So they had a really steamy night the day that Rain went into the racetrack. Sky ended up entering the race place and he wanted to save his friend. And when he saw that like Payu had taken him away, now he was in a dangerous place. He wanted to get away from there, but before anybody could get him, Papai came and like he was like, oh, so you're like the friend of my friend's friend, if you get it, okay? He saw that Rain had dropped his keys and Papai got it, and now he had something to bribe little Sky with. So he bribed them with like, you want to sleep with me? And he didn't expect that Sky would accept so easily. So they go to Papai's condo, and this is where they spent their night together. And in that night, Papai took interest in Sky because he was brave, sensual, and a little bit of a different type of kid. It was because like he took the lead when like, they were having their little fun night. He was like interesting according to Papai. I don't know, I guess he just liked how Sky was. And he also said that when he looked in his eyes, he couldn't see that there was a little bit of sadness. So he took interest in this dude because he knew what like he was doing. He looked like he was an experienced kid. It seemed that this was not his first rodeo, and it did take him a long time before he contacted Sky because he tried to forget about him, but at the end of the day he couldn't. So that's where we get Papai going to Payu's house and asking for Rain to give him Sky's number. This is a little different from now the novel and the series. He did get the number like similar similar to a novel. But in the novel, Sky was in his room reading a manga or something like that when he received the call from Prapai, and he picked up the call because he is like this type of academic person that like is involved in like so many activities, and like he helps people. So many people like call him to ask about activities and like ask about different stuff. So he's used to seeing unknown numbers in his phone. So when he answers, he sees that nobody answers. Hello, is somebody is like, who's this? Like, can you hear me? So Prapai does answer, and like he starts flirting with him first nonstop. But Sky gets like really furious real quick. He's just like a little backed off, and he's just really confused about who this person is. And he's really stunned when the other person says, well, I think I've fallen deeply in love with you. In reality, right now he still hasn't fallen in love. He has just taken an interest and he wants to flirt with this person. He wants to like know a little bit more about this person. And at the beginning, he does want to spend just another night with this person because he couldn't forget him. And he just hangs up. Sky is just doesn't recognize the voice. He doesn't know who this person is, and like why would anybody know that he is gay? He has never told anybody that he's gay. He's really confused as to who would be playing this, you know? He thinks that it's a prank, but then the person just keeps on messaging him like, oh my god, beautiful Sky, what are you doing? And throughout him being in semester break, the person keeps on texting him like, today is a beautiful day to look at the sky. Oh, you know, how's beautiful sky looked out today, you know? Today the wind is this, today this is that. And he just keeps on texting him for the rest of the semester break. But then, the day before they go back to school, Prapai texts him and he's like, well, tomorrow we are finally gonna meet for the first time. And he was a little curious about who this person was. When he got to school, he spent the whole day being busy helping their seniors, you know, with all the activities that they have to do. Since it's like the first day, they had like a lot of paperwork to do, so he just helped them. And when he came out real late at night, he saw that his little friend was walking with somebody, and that somebody was Prapai. Sky was really shocked, and he was like, what are you doing here? You know, what are you doing with my little friend? So Rain is like, oh, you know this person, right? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that I gave him your phone number. And Sky was like, you did what? But he stayed calm, but he noticed that his little friend saw that he was kind of angry, you know, so he sensed a bit of hostility. He now knew that Prapai was a person that was texting him non-stop. Since Rain was with him, Rain is like, okay, so now brother Prapai, what is the thing that you want to give me to give to Payu? Right now there we can see that Prapai has come up with a lie that to tell Rain that he had something to give to Payu, so if he could like talk to him or something like that. Prapai just gives him like this crumbled paper to give to Payu. Rain is like, really? Is this it? So he was still a little bamboozled too about what in the world is going on. They are like talking something about like taking Sky to his dorm, and that's when like Rain get to call from Payu saying that what time he gonna be home, because like now that they're together they can't live without each other. Okay. While he was talking with Payu, Prapai and Sky, they're like, so what are you doing here? He's like, oh, so you haven't told your friend about us, huh? And Sky doesn't want Rain to know about what had happened with them two, because it was just a one night stand. He doesn't want Rain to see him as that type of person, you know. He right now just got into this little happy, healthy relationship, so he doesn't want him to see like the bittersweetness of relationships. So when Rain comes back from talking to Payu, he tells him, I think Prapai here is gonna take me to the dorm. Why don't you just go and look for your beautiful boyfriend? You can leave if you want. He will take care of me and he will take me to the dorm. Rain was a little skeptical because of how Prapai was looking at his friend, you know, a little mischievous smile. You can sense that he wanted to eat my boy Sky up. So he told him if it was okay, and Sky told him that it was okay, that he already knew this person, so he shouldn't worry. So Rain, being all worried, he leaves Sky and Prapai together, and this is where Sky turns around with a cold expression and tells him, what are you doing here? And that's where Prapai has a sly smile and tells him, well, I'm here to tease little Sky. And guys, this is where I'm gonna end the little spoilers. Guys, I really liked this episode, and I'm so happy that we're gonna start to see Prapai and Sky's story. I just cannot wait for these two. These two are just so adorable. The way that they're gonna get together, their little love story. I'm not trying to be biased, but like I just like their story a little more. It just takes so much more in depth of a feeling. I don't know, their story is just, I don't know, I just love their love story. story. It's really cute, it's really passionate. It's gonna take a long time for them to be together. It's gonna take a lot of roller coaster of emotions, a lot of like hating people. So you guys are gonna have to wait and see their story unfold, because I'm sure you guys are gonna like it just as much as I love it. So guys, leave me down in the comment section down below what you guys think about this episode and what do you think is gonna change, because they have changed a little bit of the story for these two. Normally in the novel, Sky is like mostly of a lonelier person. So now they're including his dad, him being close to his dad, and like all of this things. And I love it because seriously, he's just such a lonely person. So okay, so I'm not gonna spoil anymore, but it's just gonna be different. I know that we're all waiting for them to eat ramen and their Netflix and chill. I'm pretty sure next week it's just gonna be spicy. It's gonna be steamy, guys. It's gonna be 18 plus, okay? So guys, tell me down below in the comments what you guys think about this couple. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.